Natasha, grateful that football season is back. I had no idea. That is exciting. I did just watch Fast Times at Ridgemont High for the Hard on the 80s podcast. And we were talking a little bit about the football in that movie because their rival team is Lincoln. Ridgemont High's rival is Lincoln. And so at the pep rallies, they have signs and posters that say things like "Kill Lincoln" and "Assassinate Lincoln." We were talking on the podcast how funny that was. I actually, if you have not yet listened to Hard on the 80s, this new episode I think is really funny. I listened to the whole thing later in the day after we recorded it. Yesterday morning we recorded it, and then it was so funny I listened to it again. So Hard on the 80s, you can find it on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, or should be anywhere. And wow, it's not going live on YouTube. It says it is. I wonder what's going on here. That's frustrating. Stream settings? Did I do something wrong? Well, phooey. I am grateful. What are you grateful for? I am grateful for a successful hair bleaching and dyeing event yesterday. I'm grateful that I had planned to go to a Burning Man fundraiser last night, and it was even a little bit like on getting down on myself. I'm like, oh man, I've just been avoiding all social things, partially because I get hot in the daytime and I don't want to do things, and then it takes me a while to cool off, and then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do my hair, and then by the time I finished my hair, I was getting tired. But I'm grateful that I am feeling just pretty good about my life, and also giving myself space. So, like going to party events or dance things. I mean, those are things that I never would have done in the past without being high or drunk. So the fact that I'm like letting myself not go, it's like, yeah, that's okay. Drac! What is up, brother? Yay, good to see you. Happy Sunday. And Faith as well. Faith saying, love that the hair is back. Grateful for the ability to travel and then return home. Yeah. I am feeling grateful for the ease in which my Burning Man preparation has been going so far. And I'm working on changing my anxiety to excitement about the temperatures and the heat, and trying to find the things to look forward to. Like, even if I have if it's too much, it'll still be a nice like closure. Okay, now I know. Hey, Gerbot. I was so bummed that the YouTube is not working. I'm looking at YouTube Studio. It says I'm broadcasting. I've done it twice now. It says you are live on YouTube. So, but I tested it twice and it said no when I went. So thank you, and good to see you, Gerbot. Anyone else got anything that they're grateful for today? I'm feeling a little slow in my step. I didn't have coffee. I'm trying not to have coffee every day, so I don't develop dependence. But boy, I sure desire it every day. I mean, this mushroom drink has a little bit of caffeine, but I got to drink like 7 cups of it to get a cup of coffee. Randy says that YouTube doesn't like Burning Man. Yeah. Or maybe they're protesting my hair. They're like, we disappointed in you. You were so mature for months now, and Now you've gone back on the pink wagon. Natasha is grateful for more time to play in the garden. And Dawn is saying hello from sunny Utah. Hello, Dawn. Thank you, Gerbot. I'm feeling pretty happy about it. I was letting the back grow out so that I can do a mohawk for the burn, and because of the way my hair grows, it's a little much. And if you didn't know, when you bleach your hair, you change the texture of it. So my hair is thick and wavy and has a lot of body, but when you bleach it to this degree, it makes it much thinner and wispier, and so it falls better, and it behaves more obediently to hair products. Hi, Tanya. Thank you. I really did feel this last chapter was good for me. I mean, partially because I fell in love and am still deeply in love with my partner. And I feel like she sees me as beautiful and sexy no matter what, in the same way that I see it in her. It's been it's been a healing experience to just be so my eyes so filtered with love that everything is beautiful, and to know that, okay, I think she sees me in the same way. So if I don't lose these 5 pounds before the burn and have a 6-pack, or if I do gain 10 pounds more before the burn, she's not gonna probably even notice, in the same way that I wouldn't notice in a negative or positive way. I mean, I wouldn't think she looked better or worse. And so I'm allowing myself to free fall or trust fall into that feeling of beauty and sexiness that comes from the inside. So I'm grateful for that state. I'm grateful for the awareness that as I am preparing for the burn, and I've got some things that are going to be different than I've ever done before, that I've also got a partner who is very committed to being a partner. And although in the past I've never wanted to be too dependent, and I wanted a lot of independence and freedom at the burn, this year, because of my the new lack of intoxication, I think I'm craving more security and craving more attachment. And so it's nice to know that I feel like someone's got my back, because I feel like I need it more than I ever have at the burn. Tanya's also flying in love. Yeah! Right on. Natasha's also grateful for the love and attachment in her life. Wonderful! Yeah, there's I'm an infant in the idea of attachment theory, but one of the things that my therapist has been helping me with is how you can heal the early traumas that you got because you did not get what you needed through your attachment bonds of your youth. You can heal that through healthy attachment as a grown-up. And so I feel like, the dangers, and you can't build an attachment to someone who doesn't want it. That's dangerous. And you can't become over-attached, or you can't be, but when you can find a healthy, mutual, intentional building of attachment, then you can, trust in these safe places of healing. Natasha says, I'm grateful for the love and attachment in my life and the consensual beatings. Oh, be still my heart. Tanya said, authentic connections really are beautiful and sobering. That reminds me, I was just watching my one-man show about naked on the net. Is that what I called it? No, naked. I don't know. About the adult years of my life, and I was showing that to Lisa, which she very much enjoyed. But we didn't finish it, so I forgot. Need to show her the exciting conclusion. Consent is sexy. Yes. Good morning, Amy. Hello. I love those pictures of the dinosaur park. Man, that looked cool. Consent is, Bill asking, is consent the 11th principle? Well, that is no. There are some regionals that have adopted 11th principles, and some of them have adopted consent. And some people argue that consent is built into the principles. Like if you read, I think, gifting, it says something about must be I don't know. There's a few places where people say that consent is in there. I think it's an interesting conversation. Clearly, consent is a important aspect of conversations when it comes to Burning Man and the 10 principle culture, because when you do have radical self-expression, and maybe that's where the consent is in radical self-expression. Did I just say that? Gifting and radical self-expression? Yeah. So, the kind of idea like do whatever you want as long as it doesn't bother anybody, doesn't hurt anybody. And so the radical self-expression often can get pushed to a point where it does affect other people. And one of the things I think is really wonderful about Burning Man culture is that, especially if you have these established trust places, that you can push your limits, and you can trust people, hopefully, to say that's too much, that's too far. And when you are communicating and saying, can I do this? Can I do that? Even better. And I mean, that's not I'm not talking about like touching someone. I mean, like, can I do a impromptu dinosaur impersonation in the middle of this dinner? If you just did it without asking, I don't think anyone would mind. Now, if someone cooked the meal and they had like classical music playing, and they might say, hey, that was a little much, next time, could you wait until after dessert is served to do your T-Rex impression? This example might be going off the rails. Yeah, the pictures looked super cool, Amy. Lou saying, I love this permission machine we built. Yeah, I love the idea of a permission engine. Life so often is a thing where or not life, but culture is a place where we're so often trying to figure out what we should do. And in a community environment that is working, you are given permission to exercise your desires and your impulses and your inspirations and your genius, your creativity. And that permission that's the water and the sun that lets our seeds sprout and grow. Bill, Thursday pink ride. I can't wait either. I think I've waited too long to adjust it. In fact, I've been delaying making like an event for it or promoting it because I'm thinking, do I really want to do it at noon? Like, it's been noon for 14, 15 years, maybe longer. So I think I need to stick with noon, and maybe we'll missed each other or something. Hello, Kimmy. Buenos dias. What are you grateful for? If anyone wants to share any more gratitude, I'm grateful to be that you just reminded me about the pink ride, Bill. It is so often the highlight of my year. So looking forward to that. I think I have some nice pink clothing to wear this year. I've been ordering some fun stuff online. Tradition! Exactly. Well, we are stewing in a beautiful day. Hope it's beautiful where you are. Again, it's nice and chilly here. And it's a Sunday. Do I have anything? I don't think I have much going on today. I thought I had a Pink Heart meeting, but I do not. But I will probably dedicate some time today to doing some Burning Man prep. I'm going to be leaving. I think a week from now, I'm going up to Big Sur again to reconnect with Lisa. Amy says, I'm grateful to see you so blissful lately. It warms my cold, dead heart. Oh, well, as long as it's helpful. And I'm feeling pretty happy. And I'm also feeling that, I'm feeling like it's a nice, like you deserve a cookie. Like, I feel like I've worked really hard, and to have this be in a really good place after some difficult stuff, and has been a nice affirmation. But I do miss little Asher. I've been trying to figure out when a next visit is possible. I know that you're probably not going to get on an airplane for several years, which I would understand. So I'm going to try to figure out when to get out there and see you guys. Probably when it's cooler. Natasha said, grateful for this pile of dogs on top of me, but my eyes first read pile of dog. I get it. Just dogs. No, just not dog mess or a dog pile, no, it's a pile of actual dogs. Got it. I am grateful that although I'm not a dog person, that I have had the opportunity to enjoy dogs vicariously through people like Natasha. And grateful to be sharing a little bit of this day with you. I'm feeling like I'm moving slowly today. Does that seem obvious to you as well? Oh, I felt like I slept enough. I guess. Well, but see, that's the problem with, yesterday was a coffee day, and I recorded a podcast, and it was on. And then today, without the coffee, I think I just can't help it. My body's like, we are not going to give you the same energy. Oh, gonna see Amy in Christmas time. Yay. Awesome. Speaking of furry therapists, in the months after my sobriety break, which, by the way, if I haven't said it enough in the morning, I passed 5 months without ketamine, GHB, and alcohol. But I have been using microdosing and ayahuasca and mushrooms for my healing. However, what was I saying? Oh, therapists. I need to contact one of my therapists. I was seeing two therapists, for about 2 months, and then maybe 3 months, and then I hadn't. I fell in love and both my therapists went on vacation, and so I was just kind of and I was just so I've been on a break, and I went back to one of my therapists, but I think I need to tell the other therapist that I'm doing great, and hey, I'm gonna take an indefinite hiatus from therapy. She was the one that was more. Our therapy sessions were more about less talking and more practicing being in my body, and more, I would say, I don't do that, I don't feel that, and then she would point out to me ways that I actually was doing things and that I was feeling. So it was helpful for sure, but I think right now I'm not feeling the same need. Maybe this is the time when I should. Maybe this is when I should be really pushing hard to learn more, since I'm in a good space. That is something that the therapist number one that I have continued seeing, I came to this epiphany about how this fluttery feeling that I get was just my body's way of communicating to me to protect me from a state of despair that I've hit a few times in my life. The first time when I was fourth grade. And so as I've learned to disconnect the despair from the fluttery feeling is not so scary. And I don't go into a panic when I get the fluttery feeling. Now I know, the fluttery feeling is just my body trying to communicate with me. It's a feeling that I can listen to and not go, fuck, 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 because it's not this. Now the despair, fuck, 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 I don't want to feel that. And so I thought I'd kind of ta-da, I've just disconnected these two. Look, and my therapist is like, cool, that's great, that's awesome, that's what we need to do. So now that we've disconnected them, I think the next thing we need to do is to feel that despair. And I'm like, oh, fuck. I thought the objective was to make sure I never have to go there again. But I see her point. And so that will be my next undertaking, I think, in the realm of personal growth. And if you're not familiar, the times when that despair has hit me have been the times when I have been suicidal. Did I say fourth grade? Fifth grade. Fifth grade was when I had my only real suicide attempt, although I've had suicidal chapters a few other times in my life when I hit that same place of loss of identity and bleakness and meaninglessness. And I think she's right. I think I can visit there again because I think I'm such a different person. I'm so much more equipped with a spiritual foundation. The things that rocked me then were thoughts that I think I have so many of the anecdotal. That's not right. Antidotal? No. Antidote. My words aren't coming today. Yes. Anyway, there's always more to clean out of our dark cabinets. So maybe that will be the next one. Good morning, Esta. Good morning, and good morning. Oh, look at that. We passed half an hour, which means it's probably time to have ourselves a hug and head out into our day and be love ambassadors, to look for more things to be grateful for, to look for opportunities to connect with fellow humans. I definitely did not take that opportunity yesterday. I stayed home and did not go to the fundraiser. It would have been a great opportunity to see people that I hadn't seen in a long time. So I'm going to just acknowledge that I did not charge into love ambassadorship yesterday. But today's another day. Cheers to surviving. Yes, and more will be revealed. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Well, I am feeling beautiful and grounded and grateful. Looking forward to enjoying the temperature while it stays here as long as it can. Whichever one of you is in charge of the weather, nice job today. Thank you. My gratitude to you, Weather Lord. And wherever you are in this moment, let's give a big hug, a big squeeze of appreciation for this moment, for our voices, for our feelings, for our bodies, for the unknown adventure ahead, and the fact that we know that we are connected to beautiful people. Let's take a deep breath in and squeeze. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and all of you, thank you for being here for this Sunday love morning. Have a beautiful day. And thanks to Gerbot for traversing through the digital canyon, coming all the way from YouTube to Facebook so that we could spend this morning together.